After a great come-from-behind win last night, Atlanta Braves fans are coming to Turner Field tonight, hoping more of the same as interleague play begins tonight at Turner Field when the Atlanta Braves host the Texas Rangers in the first of a 3-game series. All season long, Atlanta Braves baseball is being presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, The Right Stuff, and The Low Price. And good evening again, everybody. Joe Simpson along with Brian Jordan. Glad you're with us tonight. And this first game of this series with the Rangers marks a night where the Braves have to put Tommy Hanson on the disabled list, and in his place, Randall Delgado, a young man out of Panama, will make his major league debut just up from Double-A Mississippi. He's been described as a power-throwing Jair Jurgens, 95-96 fastball with an excellent changeup. And Brian, tonight he'll need that as he goes against the first-place Texas Rangers out of the American League West.
Well, Joe, you look at this Rangers offense. In the top 10 in just about every offensive category, despite some of the struggles of Ian Kinsler, Josh Hamilton just coming off the DL. And the starting pitching has really been holding this team together. The bullpen has been struggling, and the Texas Rangers are still controlling the West.
They've lost 5 in a row, so maybe the Braves are catching them at just the right moment. Colby Lewis pitches for the Rangers tonight. He's been shellacked in his last 2 outings, but the Rangers are the defending American League champions. Let's see what happens tonight at Turner Field as the Braves take on the Rangers. First pitch coming right up. Here at Turner Field, and in tonight's game we are participating in the Home Run Challenge. Tonight, every home run in this game raises $20,000 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by calling 1-800-798-CURE. That's 798-2873, or go online to www.pcf.org. And Randall Delgado on the mound for his first ever big league start.
Boy, he has to be excited. Wow.
21 years old, 6'3", 200 pounds, out of Panama. You see his numbers at Double-A Mississippi. He was scheduled to pitch last night, and 30 minutes before he went to warm up, Just about to leave the dugout. They called him back, said, nope, your next start's in the big leagues. And his first pitch in the big leagues is in there for a called strike.
Man, that's impressive. Your first pitch in the big leagues. You're not too nervous, too anxious. Strike one.
How about strike two at 93? Ian Kinsler, the batter, hitting .234, 8 homers, and 13 stolen bases.
And Ian really getting off to a slow start. You used to looking up and seeing him in the 300s every year.
92, 93, 94 on his first 3 pitches. Changeup misses low, and the count 2-2. Changeup is his second best pitch, and his breaking ball is not necessarily a work in progress, but is certainly his third best pitch. Two pitch ripped to center, but right at Schaefer. 1 out. Here's the rest of the Rangers lineup for Ron Washington tonight. After Kinsler, former Braves farmhand Elvis Andrews will bat second, then Josh Hamilton. Adrian Beltre will bat cleanup. Michael Young fifth at first base. Nelson Cruz moves to left field tonight because Mitch Moreland's going to play right field. Former Giant Yorvi Torrealba will do the catching, and Colby Lewis, the pitcher, bats ninth.
Boy, I really hated to see Elvis leave the Atlanta Braves organization. I mean, this kid was pegged as the next for call for the Braves. And he's been all that and more for the Texas Rangers.
Swings at the second pitch, pops it up, shallow right. Jason Hayward's there. 2 out.
Well, Jordan Schaefer had a great game last night in center field. Jason Hayward, Eric Hensky out in left field. Brooks Conrad getting the start for Chipper Jones tonight. See Brian McCann behind the plate. And again, debut, Randall Delgado.
Story on Chipper, day to day with a strained adductor muscle. And Josh Hamilton, the batter, he's got a 23-game interleague hitting streak working. 284 average so far this year, 4 homers. Remember, he was on the DL with a broken arm for about 4 weeks. There's the changeup.
What a great hitter Josh Hamilton is.
And fooled twice on the changeup. Last year led the league in the American League in hitting at .359. 32 homers, 100 driven in. What a season.
Kind of reminds me of that smooth swing like Rafael Palmeiro.
Uh-huh.
You don't swing too hard, but you look up and he's in the 30s and 40s in home runs. There's a lot of power.
It's the SunTrust solid performance for Hamilton on his hitting streak at 23 games in interleague play. 94 fastball, a little outside, 2-2. All those numbers for Hamilton added up to the American League MVP award last year. Now 29 years old. Full count.
No one will ever forget the home run hitting contest display he put on in New York. That will go down as one of the best in history.
6'4", 240. Payoff pitch. Fought off foul. The Rangers, for as good as their offense is and as many free swingers as they have, they actually don't strike out that much. They are second best in the league, in the American League, in strikeouts in terms of fewest. Right off the end of the bat. Tough play. Alex charges, throws, and it goes off the glove of Freeman and into the stands. I'm not sure they were going to get him anyway, but he'll get to second base on the error.
Josh Hamilton can run, and he got out of the box even though he hit it off the end of the bat. A lot of times the hitter knows he can smell a hit. Yeah, it looks like he had a hit all the way.
Yeah, he was already by the bag, but this short hop goes right off of Freeman's glove and over the Braves dugout. So a hit and an error.
He's another former teammate of mine, Adrian Beltre. Played with him out in LA with the Dodgers. This kid is leading the team with 50 RBIs.
Yeah, that's 5th in the league. American League with 12 homers. So he's helping repay a big contract he got signing as a free agent with the Rangers. That's the breaking ball to even the count at 1-1.
As a team, the Rangers are hitting .263 with runners in scoring position.
During this 5-game losing streak for the Rangers, including a recent 3-game sweep at the hands of the Yankees, they've only scored a total of 12 runs, and they've hit 198 as a team.
Beltre's been struggling 4 for 17 in the last 5 games.
Change up, and he got away with that one. 2-2. And Adrian slaps his foot for missing this.
Wow. One thing I can say about Adrian, he never gets cheated. You'll see him hit one out of the ballpark on his knees.
Broken bat grounder to third. Conrad boots it, picks it up, throws. Still got him. Inning over. So an infield hit and an error, no problem for Randall Delgado. He gets through his first inning unscathed. Braves coming to bat. Atlanta Braves baseball this evening is presented by Blimpie. Here's Freddie Gonzalez's starting lineup tonight. The first home game for interleague play. Braves went 1-2 against the Angels out in Anaheim, you might remember. Jordan Schaefer, Dan Uggla, and Jason Hayward the top 3 tonight. Brian McCann in the cleanup spot. Freddie Freeman bats 5th, and Gonzalez, Hinsky, and Conrad, with Randall Delgado batting 9th. And Colby Lewis on the mound for the Texas Rangers.
Well, you see the record. He's really struggled his last 2 outings, only going 4 2/3 innings. And how about giving up 15 earned runs in those 2 starts? Wow.
Ugly. 4 homers in those 2 games as well. Big guy, 6'4", 225, 31 years old, out of Bakersfield, California. And he works to Jordan Schaefer, who's fresh off a 5-hit game last night. Went 5 for 6 and raised his average up to 256.
Joe, I know you had to have about 10 5-hit games in your career.
Maybe not 10, but I do remember one in Cleveland.
I see, you got a great memory. I know I had one, but I don't remember where it was. I want to say St. Louis. but I'm guessing.
You had a lot of highlights, Brian. I didn't. There's only a couple, so I remember those two. 2-2 to Schaefer. Colby Lewis, his fastball, the upper 80s, maybe will touch 90. Got a breaking ball that he needs to throw for strikes. And he's got to do that. Most important thing for him is locating his fastball, something he has not been doing.
This is a fastball a little down in the zone, but too close. I guess to take it to Jordan Schaefer. You might want to take that early in the count, but late in the count, that's a little too close.
Larry Vanover's the umpire tonight, and he's a good ball and strike umpire. Generally speaking, has a very good zone for the pitchers. Brian Gorman, Corey Blazer, and Tony Randazzo, the umpires on the bases tonight. Dan Uggla, 1 for 13 in the Mets series with a homer.
A really good road trip, into the road trip in Houston. He just kind of figured, okay, this is it. He's going to turn it around, but the Mets really held him down.
That's roped to left field. Cruz almost overran the ball as it took off on him. But Uggla hit that one right on the button. 2 out.
Going around the horn, right field, Mitch Moreland, Josh Hamilton, Nelson Cruz, and there's Mike Young, my man, playing first base. Ian Kinsler, Elvis Andrus, and Adrian Belcher in third. And Yorvik Toyaba.
Former Giant, former Rocky. Jason Hayward, the batter, had a good night last night. Foul tips that one. He was on base 4 times, had a couple of hits, scored twice, and drove in a run. There's the breaking ball, and it misses 1-1. Thanks to those rough outings in his last 2 against Detroit and Minnesota, over half of the runs that Lewis has allowed this year have come in the first and second innings. 25 of 47.
He's given up the second most home runs with 17. American League.
And there's a drive to right center field. On the run, Moreland. That'll hit right at the base of the wall. And Jason Hayward into second with a rocket double to right center.
Well, that's a great sign for the Atlanta Braves. Jason Hayward's second day back off the DL. Got 2 hits yesterday. Starting this day off the right way.
Just watching him take batting practice the last couple of days, Brian, and watching him last night and now this, it's pretty obvious that he feels good. He says he's 100% for the first time in a long time, and it's pretty obvious when you watch him swing.
Yeah, the adjustment that he had to make, though, is he has to hold on to the bat. He can't get extended out there and allow that shoulder inflammation to get back in there. He's shown it so far.
Brian McCann, 1 for 9 in the Mets series, but that hit was last night. Hitting .295, 9 homers. Rangers had a runner in scoring position with 2 out. Couldn't get him in. Let's see if the Braves can strike early.
Colby Lewis seems to be struggling off of left-handers. That slider, he lacks that command, and can't throw it for a strike right now to lefties.
Left-handers came into the game to back up what you're saying, Brian. They were hitting .329 against him with 11 homers. Right-handers a .199 mark. There's Mike Maddox, Greg's brother, very good pitching coach. 3-0 count. He's swinging and fouled it back. The Rangers at 36-34. They're just 2 games over 500, but they're still in first place by a half game over the Mariners. They're 5 games under 500 on the road at 16-21. Ball 4 to McCann, first and second. Freddie Freeman the batter. Freddie 1 for 5 in the game last night. Singled his last time up.
Freddie's another guy on the road. He was just outstanding. Multi-hit games. He's come home and kind of struggling a little bit.
Just one for his last 16. Two on, two out. Bottom of the first inning. Braves trying to get on top early. Something that when they score first is a key to their success. They're 28-7 when they score first.
Of late, it's been Jordan Schaefer the key to their success. Getting on early, stealing bases, getting in the scoring position, and he's been doing a great job from that leadoff spot.
.20 pitch to Freeman. A strike call. That was a good pitch to take. That was not one he could do much with.
Painted the outside corner.
Play Freddie pretty much straight away. 2-2.
Right back in the same spot.
Well, whatever Torrealba said to him, it's worked. 2 straight strikes.
Always liked Torrealba. Wherever he went, he's been the leader.
And struck him out to end the inning. A nice comeback there by Lewis to get out of the first inning. Braves leave a couple on. We go to the second. No score. Outdoors by AT&T, by Delta Airlines, by the Georgia Lottery, and by Hyundai. Fans continuing to file in here on Friday night. Fireworks night at Turner Field. First of 3 between the Braves and the American League defending champions, Texas Rangers. And an outstanding player, Michael Young, will lead off the second. Playing first base tonight, hitting .307 again with 3 homers.
Michael Young, one of my favorite teammates. This guy to me, is like a Cal Ripken to the Baltimore Orioles. A guy that should stay in this organization forever. He was a franchise player back when he was young. And just the way he handled this offseason says a lot about Michael. And right now, he's just showing him, you know, do what you want to do. I'm going to perform. Put me in a lineup. And he's accepted that role. DH, play a little first base, third base, second base, shortstop. He can do it all. And he's still playing at a high level.
Yeah.
You know, that's what surprises me this offseason. You know, although you want to build your team up with the Adrian Beltre, but not at Michael Young's expense.
A drive to deep right center. Jordan Schaefer's not going to get that one. It's over his head. And there's that guy Young with a double. A career 300 hitter in the big leagues. This is his 19th double.
An all-star. In fact, he won the MVP at the All-Star game one year.
Well, the controversy was the signing of Beltre and what that was going to do to Michael Young. He was almost like a guy without a position suddenly on the Rangers, and there was talk that they might trade him. Fans went crazy on that one.
Oh, man.
Here's Nelson Cruz. He's scuffling right now. Guy with a lot of power. McCann might have gotten crossed up there. Wants to make sure they get together on the signs with the runner at second. But Nelson Cruz 0 for his last 18 with 10 strikeouts and just 2 for his last 29. Did not play yesterday in New York.
Those power numbers are still there, though. 15 home runs, 34 RBIs.
Mm-hmm.
Feast or famine.
Lined over the glove of Freeman. Trying to get that runner over to third. He's going to do a little better. He's going to get him home. A broken bat double over Freeman's head, and it's 1-0 Texas.
Well, I'll tell you what, that'll get you going. A jam shot double down the right field line. Randall Delgado, this is actually a good pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, down and away, and Nelson just so strong.
Back-to-back doubles to start the inning. And Mitch Moreland, the batter. He's hit in 12 of his last 13 to push his average to a 300 average. Splits time between first base and right field. Delgado's last start came against Chattanooga, and he got beat 3-2, but he walked 1, struck out 8 in 7 innings, and most of the problems were in the first inning. Had a 30-pitch first inning, and after that he was in complete command.
Looks like he's trying to overthrow that fastball. He's up in the zone.
Got him to pop that one up. Conrad wants it, and he has it in foul territory. There's the first out of the inning.
Were you kind of surprised that they called Randall Delgado up?
Here's what Frank Wren told me tonight. He's the guy that gave me the scouting report on him, telling me that he's like, think of Jair Jurgens with a little better fastball. But it was his turn. Tehran had pitched like 2 nights before.
Right.
The same with Vizcaino. And this guy's turn was coming up, so that's why he was the one selected to come up. They didn't have to rearrange anybody or have somebody pitch on short rest.
That's just great when you got that many phenoms in your minor league system that you can pick and choose.
Well, I had a scout from another organization tell me in Houston, Brian, that he had seen a lot of the Braves minor league players, and the pitcher that impressed him the most of all the young phenoms he had seen was Randall Delgado. He falls behind Torrealba 3-0 with the pitcher on deck. Remember, in the American League, pitchers do not hit. But he fires a strike, 3-1. Full count. Threw that one right by him.
Torrealba's been pretty hot on this road trip, hitting .474. 9 for 19. 8-game hitting streak.
Yep, he's hitting 8 straight. A run in, a runner at second, 1 out. Just missed off the plate at 94. It's his first walk. And it'll bring up Colby Lewis. Who we're told did have a hit last year in interleague play. And actually drove in a couple of runs with it. He shows bunt. And pulls the bat back, 1-0. Again, he squares around and fouls it at the plate, and that evens the count. And with the count 1-1, here's our AT&T Uverse trivia question tonight. Who was the last Texas Rangers pitcher to hit a home run?
Texas Ranger pitcher.
I'm hoping it's somebody that that everybody's heard of, and not some obscure guy that they're pulling out of their hat. Back to the mound. Delgado to third, and they got him. Randall Delgado bounced off the mound, spins around, and fires a strike to Conrad to cut down the lead runner.
Well, you could hear it up here. Brian McCann yelling 3. And just great reactions by the young man, Randall Delgado. He throws a bullet over there to Brooks Conrad. Brooks using both hands to catch that ball.
I don't blame him. He may want some more padding after that one. Ian Kinsler, the batter, he popped to center his first time up. Sends one up the middle. Alex gets a good hop. Tosses to Ugla, and the inning is over. But the Rangers strike first. They get back-to-back doubles from Young and Cruz. And we go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Texas.
years. Experience all the comfort and amenities you expect at an unexpectedly low price. Jamison Inn. Live large, pay less.
1-0 Rangers. Braves coming to bat. Gonzalez, Hinske, and Conrad due up against Colby Lewis. The Rangers were the American League champions last year. Won the American League West and made it all the way to the World Series. A 90-72 record. Won the division by 9 games. Beat the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not sure that was a big surprise, but they finally got that monkey off their back with the Yankees.
It was an exciting World Series and just playoffs last year. And, you know, I'll tell you what, I was kind of pulling for the Rangers and the San Francisco Giants, really. I mean, both of those teams deserving. And it was just a well-played series.
Fun to see a couple of clubs in there that hadn't won in a long time.
Underdogs.
Go after it, yeah. Alex Gonzalez 2 for 12 in the Mets series. Goes after the first pitch and sends it a mile high down the left field line. And
just foul.
Just out of the reach of Cruz. Alex and Eric Hinske, the only two guys in the lineup that have faced Lewis before from their days in the American League. Gonzalez 1 for 4. Hinske 2 for 5 with a homer. Oh, 2 on that breaking ball.
See Colby using that breaking ball more so than that fastball.
This guy was a compensation pick between the first and second rounds in 1999. He was the 38th overall pick by the Rangers. But he's been on an around the world tour since then.
He was my teammate back in 2004.
Strikes out Gonzalez, his third strikeout. Got to the big leagues with Texas. Then was claimed on waivers by Detroit. Then Oakland got him. Washington had him for just a couple of months. And he was claimed on waivers by Kansas City. Then they released him. And he pitched 2 years in Japan for the Hiroshima Carp of the Japanese Central League.
That's where he reinvented himself.
Yeah. Led that league in strikeouts for 2 years before coming back to Texas last year and going 12-13 and wound up pitching in the World Series.
Pitched a great game in the World Series.
They went 3-0 in the postseason last year for him in 4 starts. Off-speed pitch, sliced to third. Beltre was playing way off the line, and the ball was hit right at him. 2 down. Hinske retired, and Brooks Conrad, last night's hero, one of them, steps to the plate.
Beltre's a great third baseman. Oh, Brooks Conrad missed the clutch.
Clutch Conrad. That was in the 9th with 1 out to tie the game. This whole place erupted. He's hit 12 homers as an Atlanta Brave, and 7 have come from the 7th inning on.
And that's hard to do. I think Hinske really helped him last year and learn how to be a pinch hitter. He goes up there late in the game, and he's not going to be cheated. He's going up there to hit the ball hard somewhere. That's the mentality you have to have as a pinch hitter.
Got the count in his favor here, 2-0. Torrealba wanted that one, didn't get it. 3-0.
Remember, I played with Gerald Perry with St. Louis Cardinals, and I would go in and pinch hit, and I would be patient. I would take pitches and Come back to the bench, and Gerald was like, you better be swinging at that first pitch just to get loose. If you happen to hit it, you're going to hit it a long way. If you miss, you're nice and loose for the next pitch. So you really have to have that aggressive attitude as a pinch hitter.
In the air to left center field. Pretty well hit. Hamilton on the run. That one's at the base of the wall. Brooks Conrad rounds second. He'll hold up there with a 2-out double.
It's just brute strength right there. Let the ball get deep, and it goes a long way. Left center field gap.
It's his third straight hit in as many at bats. He had a pinch hit single in game 2 of that Mets series. Bobby Parnell. And then the home run last night.
Get a chance to see if the young man can swing the bat.
First big league at bat for Randall Delgado. And he goes up there hacking, and he sends a fly ball to right. But Moreland is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Braves get another extra base hit, but they leave a runner in scoring position, and we go to the third. Brought to you in part by Blimpie, by the Home Depot, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by Georgia Power. Talked to Chipper before the ball game, Brian. He said that he is available to pinch hit, but they're going to play it on a day-to-day basis to see how that adductor muscle feels. So it actually feels just as sore today as it did last night.
You definitely don't want to take chances with Chipper. I mean, he's been playing too well this season to rush him back out there. Give him a couple days to heal up. He's been a big asset to the Braves this year.
Elvis Andrews, the batter, took out. 1-1 the count. Andrews flied out his first time up. Sends a grounder to Alex. And 1 out. Chipper said last night, Brian, that he actually felt it when he took a swing against Tim Burdick of the Mets, but when he was on first, then he had to go first to third on a hit by McCann, and that's when we noticed.
That always happens. You know, you feel a little ache or pain, and the next guy hits it in the gap, and you have to go running. In your competitiveness, you're not going to, you know, not run and just stop at second there in the critical game against the Mets.
Big swing from Josh Hamilton on another changeup. He reached on an infield hit his first time up right off the end of the bat. Gonzalez's throw was low. It skipped off the glove of Freeman and into the stands for an error, but he was left stranded at second. And it extended his interleague hitting streak to 24 games.
Delgado needs to be economical on his pitch count this inning. Already up to 46 pitches.
Braves made another move, calling up Jairo Asensio from Gwinnett to help out in the bullpen. So Tommy Hansen went on the disabled list, and Brandon Hicks was sent back to Gwinnett.
Wow, just off the corner.
Yeah, just a little bit. 2-2. Hit hard and over the glove of Freeman for a base hit. Hamilton will hold it first with a single. That might have been a changeup that stayed up again.
Josh Hamilton did a good job of keeping his hands back. That sweet swing makes it look too easy.
It does, doesn't it? So he's at first with one out for Beltre, who grounded at third in the first inning. That ended the first. Slider blocked by McCann. One 0 Texas on back-to-back doubles by Young and Cruz to start the second inning. Off his foot. 1-1 to Beltre.
Beltre can stay healthy in the season. Can't imagine the numbers that he could put up. Most of his career, he's been injured just about every season.
They signed him through 2016. Last year with Boston, a .321 average, 28 homers, 102 driven in, and led the American League with 49 doubles.
Not counted in there is his great defense.
Yeah.
He's a Gold Glove third baseman.
Yeah, I think he's probably one of the most underrated defensive third basemen in the game. 31 years old, 5'11", 220. Big cut again.
Hard to believe. I played with him back in 2002 in L.A.
He was just a baby then.
He was just a baby and doing some terrific things for the Dodgers.
Fought that one off, but it might stay in play for Freeman by the tarp, but he runs out of room. Freddie and that tarp don't seem to get along. It's a couple of times he's run over there to try to track balls and seems to crack a knee or a toe into the tarp somehow. Slow to come back to first there. 1-2 pitch bounced up there. Hamilton, almost like a delayed steal, was already off to the races. Good heads up play on his part.
He got a terrific jump. Did not hesitate. As soon as he saw this ball down, Josh Hamilton was off to the races.
Made it without a throw. It's a wild pitch charged to Delgado. And the count is 2-2. Another one off his foot. That's the third one this at bat.
That is not a good feeling.
Oh, and he has no shin guard down there.
Off the instep. Bet he'll have his shin guard up the next time.
I bet he does too. One out, runner at second.
Wow.
Just not getting that call on that part of the plate. Full count. He looked in. Brian's trying to frame it. Be careful here. First base open. Don't give in to him. I know you got Young on deck.
It's almost one of those situations where you pick your poison in.
Took a little off, and Beltre still got a piece of it with that big swing.
And he ends up on his knee. He does this a lot. He swings so hard he just falls down.
It's the 10th pitch of this at bat coming up. And struck him out on another changeup. The first big league strikeout for Randall Delgado.
Well, you can say he did it against an all-star. Surprised they didn't throw that ball out.
I'd want it.
I would want it. You're right.
Michael Young doubled to deep center his first time up, scored on a double by Cruz.
You've seen a lot of baseball. I mean, usually when you get your first strikeout, they give you the ball, don't they?
I think in many cases, I don't think anybody would object to that.
Wow.
Out of play.
There he goes.
Did the pitch before get thrown out though, Brian? I think the pitch before was in the dirt and they threw it out, and I think maybe David Ross got it from the ball boy.
Great. Wow.
I'm hoping that's
good.
The case.
I'm hoping that's the case too. Some lucky fan got it.
Here's the 1-1 to Young. In the air, right center. Hayward, Schaefer. Schaefer wants it. He's got it. The inning is over. He's racking up a lot of pitches, but Delgado has worked 3 innings against the American League champs. He trails 1-0. Presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the right stuff. The low price, 1-0 Texas, bottom of the third inning. Top of the order for Atlanta, which tonight is Schaefer, Ugla, and Hayward. Good crowd on hand for interleague play. As we told you, Braves are 1-2 already in interleague play, losing 2 out of 3 out in Anaheim to the Angels. And the Rangers are also 1-2. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Phillies in Philadelphia a few weeks ago. And in those 3 games, there was a total of 9 runs scored combined between the two teams. And Lewis got the win for the Rangers' only win against the Phillies and beat them 2-0. Jordan Schaefer struck out looking his first time up.
Well, Joe, now I know who I had the 5-hit game. I was with the Cardinals, like I said, and it was versus the Florida Marlins.
All right.
In St. Louis.
You getting some
the old Busch Stadium.
Some recollection now?
Yes.
Okay. Good swing there by Jordan to stay alive, 0-2. Breaking ball lifted into left center. Hamilton on the run. He calls off Cruz and makes the catch. This is only the 6th start for Hamilton in center field this year. He's been playing a lot of left field, but because they can't use the DH tonight, leaves him shorthanded by one position player, and he's in center field. One out for Ugla, who hit one right on the button his first time up. It lined it right at Cruz in left field. Just 8 for 51 in the month of June.
Well, at least it looks like Ugla's trying to make the adjustment. He looks like he's moving up on the plate a little bit. You know, early in the year he was off the plate with that open stance. Now that back foot is right there on the chalk. That's the pitch that's getting them in trouble.
And they're just giving him a steady diet of it.
Yes. If you're not going to let up on that pitch, then move even further up on the plate.
Strike 3 call.
And that was a good pitch on the outer half of the plate.
Bit of a late call by Larry Vanover. But the 4th strikeout for Lewis. That's kind of like that pitch to Schaefer.
Yeah,
borderline pitch, but it's too close to take when you're behind in the count. Jason Hayward has one of the Braves' 2 hits. It was a double with 2 out in the first inning.
Look at the key to success for the Braves on that road trip. It was the number 1 and 2 guy getting on base for the 3, 4, and 5 guys. Right now, Kobe Lewis is doing a good job on number 1 and 2.
Well, his last 2 starts have been just awful. Going a combined 4 2/3 innings. But before that, he was pitching good baseball and going deep into the ball game, and had given him a complete game in one turn, and has an easy 3rd inning here with a couple of strikeouts. He's fanned 5, and he's only thrown 47 pitches and leads 1-0. That looks like a real comfortable spot. Our center field camera operator. So we've got interleague baseball for you here at Turner Field tonight. Rangers leading 1-0. Cruz, Moreland, and Torrealba due up against Randall Delgado, just 21 years old, making his first major league start. He's had to throw 62 pitches to get through his first 3 innings, but it's only 1-0.
Nelson Cruz RBI double his last time up, breaking a 0 for 18 slump.
And he hit a real good pitch down and away. One and two the count. Cruz last year a .318 average, 22 homers, 78 driven in. Hit 3 homers against Tampa Bay in the division series. And strikes out here. He and all hit 6 homers last year in the postseason for the Rangers.
I mean, some big home runs, clutch hitting home runs for the Rangers.
Second strikeout for Delgado. And a reminder that Delta Airlines is a proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
Delgado's second strikeout of the game and of his big league career.
Moreland fouled out his first time up. Delgado slipped a little bit on that delivery. But he's been around 93, 94 all night. 6'3", 200 pounds.
It's an easy 93-mile-an-hour fastball up and away.
That changeup was a little off on a 2-0 delivery, and it's 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk. His second walk of the night. And the man he walked the first walk he gave up was Torrealba, who steps in. One out, runner at first.
Huge offseason move for the Rangers, picking up Yorvert. He did an excellent job out in Colorado. Anyway, he's gone. He's done a great job. I mean, he's a true leader behind the plate.
And
he does that to you.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. And he's now hit in 9 straight. Knows how to play the game.
Yes, he does. And he plays with a lot of energy.
Colby Lewis hit into a force out. His first time up. That was when he was trying to bunt. And Delgado made a nice play to throw out Cruz at third. Going to try to bunt again. Ryan McCann scrambles to find it. No damage, 1-0. Strike call.
Kind of tough to bunt 93.
Yeah, he's looking down at Dave Anderson saying, please put the hit sign on.
Just let me swing.
Yeah. That's not the way Ron Washington plays. Bunt still on. And he fouls off another attempt, and it's 1-2.
Well, now what you going to do? Got to keep the bunt on.
I don't have a whole lot of faith in him swinging the bat and getting a hit if I'm Ron Washington. So, yeah, I think your chances are a lot better of at least attempting to bunt instead.
And he's pitching well. You don't want him to run down first and get exhausted.
Yeah. So he does square around with 2 strikes. And he gets it down, and McCann pounces on it. He'll go to third and get the lead runner. So 2 bunt attempts by Lewis, and both have been unsuccessful. Good defense by Atlanta. 2 down, runners still at first and second.
Brian McCann showing his cat-like instincts. Getting out of his stance, getting to the ball quick and firing it over the Bush Comrade.
And Ian Kinsler will be the batter. He came up with runners at first and second in the second inning and grounded out. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Christian Martinez begins to loosen up in the Atlanta pen. And up the middle, Ugla backhands, flips to Gonzalez, and they get the out. With the pitcher running, they had a little extra time, and Dan knew it. So he made sure he made a good flip to Gonzalez, and the inning is over. Bottom of the 4th, still 1-0 Texas. SunTrust, by AT&T Uverse, by McDonald's, and by Toyota. One nothing Texas. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Let's take a look at Al Jamison in upcoming schedule. Matt Harrison versus Derek Lowe on tomorrow, and Alexi Ogando versus Jair Jurgens on Sunday.
We'll be on the National Fox Network tomorrow at 4 o'clock and back with you on Fox Sports South on Sunday. Braves Live will kick us off at 1 o'clock. Brian McCann walked his first time up. Hope you'll join us for Father's Day on Sunday. We've got a nice discussion on Sunday school with Chipper Jones and his dad to commemorate Father's Day. Brian takes ball one.
Got the old shift on for Brian McCann. Beltre playing shortstop.
And Kinsler out on the grass on the right side in shallow right field. In the last series with the Mets, Tejada was a good 6-8 steps behind where Kinsler's playing. Strike call 2-2.
We talked about Kobe Lewis last inning. He's pitching right now on extended 5 days rest.
Foul ball.
Which is probably a great decision by Mike Maddox to just sit him down and let him watch a little video and kind of make some adjustments. And right now, he's in total control of the Braves hitter.
He's pitching more like he's capable of pitching versus those two recent starts. The 2-2 pitch. Change up lifted in the air and deep toward the Braves bullpen. That's got a chance. That is gone. Home run McCann.
Curveball, hanging curveball up in the zone. Freeman missed it last time, but Brian McCann didn't let it pass by. And that is Kobe's 18th home run given up this season.
I believe only Brett Myers has allowed more for the Astros. 10th homer for Brian McCann. His 38th RBI. We're tied at 1. Freddie fouls one off to fall behind in the count 0-2. Struck him out. Freddie down on strikes for the second time. With that home run hit by Brian McCann, another $20,000 have been raised to support prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 1-800-798-CURE, 1-800-798-CURE, or go online to www.pcf.org. Beautiful sunset here in Atlanta tonight. One out for Gonzalez, who fanned his first time. Good cut there and just missed it. 0-1.
I guess I can take credit for jinxing Kobe Lewis. That Brian McCann at bat. Wow. Brian McCann unloaded on that curveball.
A little low. 1-1 the count. Two and one. Gonzalez, from his time spent in the American League, had some pretty good luck against the Texas Rangers. A .293 career batting average with a couple of homers. And he's ahead in the count 3-1. And again, Torrealba out. Try to calm down his starter.
Kobe Lewis up to 60 pitches, 37 strikes, 23 balls.
Again, he'd been pitching pretty good baseball up until his last 2 starts. He was 5-5, and for the American League, a 4.50 ERA is not that bad, but there are those ugly curvy numbers his last 2.
Yeah. 15 earned runs, 17 hits in those 2 starts.
3-1 pitch. Alex tried to load up on that swing and got an off-speed pitch, pulls it foul, full count.
You're right, Joe. I mean, he went from a 3.48 to a 4.97 in those 2 starts.
Hard to get that back. Payoff pitch. Lifted in the air, back behind home plate, now to play. Randall Delgado sitting with Chipper. One guy's 21, one's 39. We'll let you figure out which is which. Chase ball 4. That's 7 strikeouts.
That's Kobe's outfit, that hard slider away. It's been giving a lot of Braves hitters trouble.
They put a shift on for Hinske with Adrian Beltre way off the line from third base, and Hinske hit one sharply but right at Beltre his last time up. Best fastball of the night from Lewis. That was 92. The only National League game tonight is Houston at Los Angeles. Everything else is interleague play. Hinske hooks one to right, base hit. That came on an off-speed pitch. 2-out knock for Hinske, and that'll bring Conrad to the plate, who doubled to left center his first time.
Wow, that had to feel good. I mean, he was 0 for 16 coming to that at bat, Eric Hinske.
Brooks Conrad with 3 hits in his last 3 at bats over 3 games. Up to 244. Strike 1 call.
Conrad hitting .316 with runners on base.
Again, that's when he's at his best, coming off the bench late in the game. And his splits left and right-handed, much better left-handed. .265 average left-handed coming in. But in the hole here, 0-2. Oh, hit him. I think. Yeah.
Hit him on that back foot.
No real sign from Larry Vanover. That's what kind of puzzled me.
Hit him right on top of that back foot. Missed the shin guard and hit him on the foot. That back foot.
Next time he's going to have to do a little more tap dancing. I mean, he reaches and he clears the pitcher out of the way. That was a painful way to do it. Delgado swung at the first pitch he saw in the big leagues and flied to right.
Nice if he can pull one down that left field line. Nelson Cruz is almost in center field.
That's the truth. Delgado had a couple of hits in Mississippi, 2 for 12.
Saw Christian Martinez double down that line early this year.
I've seen outfielders overshift the other way for a pitcher, but I don't know if I've seen a corner outfielder play that far off the line.
Not a left fielder anyway.
A left fielder for a right-handed hitter, no way.
Two-one count. This is probably going to get a good pitch to pull.
Maybe you'll accommodate him with a breaking ball.
He sure did.
2-2.
We saw Jair win one of his own games in Florida. See if Delgado can win his first game. The base hit here.
Just put it in play. Their defense tied for last in the American League with Oakland. 53 errors. But he struck out. But he was up there hacking away. Good for him. 8 strikeouts for Lewis, but the Braves on a home run by McCann tie it up.
There it is. Big Mac. Hanging curveball. And he deposited that ball into the Braves bullpen.
Yeah, that was smacked. His 10th of the year. Heart of the order up for Texas. Andrews, Hamilton, and Beltre as Delgado begins his 5th inning of work. He's thrown 78 pitches. He could use a quick one here. He's not had a 1-2-3 inning yet. Shows bunt and takes a strike.
Good slider. First pitch by Randall.
To third, knocked down by Conrad, and he'll not be able to recover. It'll be an infield hit, I would assume.
And that ball was hit pretty hard. Good reaction by Brooks Conrad, just knocking that ball down.
Josh Hamilton, the batter. He's 2 for 2 tonight. They're going to charge him an error. And after looking at the replay,
I see why. Hamilton swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Keep an eye on Andrews. 19 stolen bases. 2009 he swiped 33. Last year he swiped 32.
Well, this Texas ball club, they like to run. Third in the American League. Third in the league with 65 stolen bases.
Well hit. Deep right center. A towering fly ball. Jordan's not even sure where it is. That's because it's in the seats. He lost it, and that ball was halfway up. Those seats in right center field, and Josh Hamilton, just like that, puts the Rangers back on top. His 5th homer.
Wow, he crushed that ball. And that ball was 3/4 of the way in right center field up in the bleachers.
There's that pretty swing, too, you were talking about.
Keeps that head down, keeps that front shoulder in, and just. Whew. He's back.
Yeah, not having him in the lineup for a month, or actually a little more, certainly hurt. But the Rangers get the lead right back. It's 3-1.
He healed up from a broken arm pretty quick.
Yeah. It was a non-displaced hairline fracture that he suffered in a slide. Beltre 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out.
That's an Andrew Jones move right there.
He may wish he hadn't done it because he asked for the appeal before he'd even stopped swinging.
And Brian Gorman said he went 1-2.
It's Andrew Jones right there.
But instead, on a 1-2 count, he rifles one to left for a base hit. So after the home run by Josh Hamilton, another $20,000 has been raised to support prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 1-800-798-CURE or go online at www.pcf.org. And that's going to spell the end of the night for Randall Delgado in his major league debut. Freddie Gonzalez is going to make a change, and a nice hand from the Atlanta fans for Delgado. Runner at first belongs to him as the Braves make the AT&T call to the bullpen. And that call goes out to Christian Martinez, who could use a good outing. He's allowed runs in each of his last 3 times out and 5 of his last 6. 0-2 with a 3.62. But he's been an excellent pitcher in long relief.
He has.
Get that opportunity right here.
He has a tough roll down in that bullpen. He may sit 5-6 days before he gets in the ball game.
Michael Young goes after the first pitch. He doubled and scored in the second inning. Popped to center in the third. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, though, Brian, about Young and his professional approach to what was going on during the winter. With Beltre signed to play third, they had Moreland at first, Kinsler at second, Andrews at short. Those guys were pretty much entrenched in their positions. As Young does his thing again and goes to right field, Hayward gets it in quickly. And they're at first and second, still nobody out. He just kind of, he really didn't talk about it a lot in the press. He just kind of waited to see what was going to happen.
Joe, he called me during the winter, and I was really surprised. And, you know, I told him, hey, Mike, I feel bad for you, but hang in there. You know, you're a great player, and don't fall into the trap. And I left it at that. And Mike said, hey, wherever I play, I'm going to put up some all-star numbers. And, you know, he kept his mouth quiet, and now he's doing what he has to do. You better believe the Texas fans are on his side.
Yeah, absolutely they were. Nelson Cruz doubled in a run in the second inning, struck out in the fourth. Christian Martinez could use a ground ball here. 0-2. I just remember Chipper talking about Michael Young when they played together in the World Baseball Classic the first time around, and talked about what a good player he is. He goes, I remember Chipper coming back saying, man, I'd love to have that guy on our club.
Oh, man.
0-2. A little outside.
I remember talking to a lot of guys when all this went on this offseason, saying we would love to have him play shortstop, second base, wherever he wants to play. And that's how good Mike Young is.
Down the line, but foul.
There were rumors that he might go to the Angels out in L.A. He's from California.
I heard Phillies, and that was not making me feel very good. I heard that the Phillies were interested in him. To right center, slicing away from Jordan. That's going to get down. And look at Young. He's right on the heels of Beltre. They hit third about the same time, and they're both going to score. And that'll make it 5-1. And Cruz has snapped out of his 0 for 18 in a big fashion. 3 RBIs. He's up to 37, and he's 2 for 3 on the night with 2 doubles.
Cruz is cruising along. Forget about that, the struggles before today. See Adrian Beltre kind of limping around third base.
Looked like Young was yelling at him too. Look at him. And
Mike was just laughing at him.
Don't look back. Mitch Moreland is fouled out and walked.
Well, that closed the book on Delgado. 4 earned runs.
Actually, just 3 earned after the first batter reached Andrews on an error.
Oh.
So 4 runs total and 3 earned. A 4-run 5th. That's exactly what the Mets had last night. After the Braves led 6-2, the Mets had a 4-run 5th to tie that game. Good off-speed pitch there, 1-2. Still nobody out. to the right side. That'll get the runner to third. And the first out of the inning. And with one out in the fifth inning, here's our Sunshine House leaderboard, and it's the number of days spent in first place in the division since May 1 of last year. And might surprise you to see that the Rangers have spent more time in first place than any other team in baseball.
That is surprising. 215.
Infield in for Torrealba with a runner at third and one out. Jorvik has walked, he has singled and extended a hitting streak to 9 games.
You got one out, first base open, pitcher on deck. Do you take the risk of being 6-1 behind? You got to take your chances, roll the dice.
And they're ahead 0-2. They'll go right after him, I would guess. And it's to Brooks, who goes to one knee, gloves it, throws him out. 2 down.
Good decision.
And with 2 out, I think Colby Lewis is very happy to see 2 outs so he doesn't have to bunt again. He's tried to move runners up his first 2 times at bat, and each time the Braves have cut down the lead runner at third.
He takes a big hack there.
AT&T U-verse trivia question: last Rangers pitcher to hit a home run? I have absolutely no idea.
I don't know. And Mike Maddox played for the Rangers. I'm thinking he did. And he's down there in the dugout.
Bobby Witt.
Bobby Witt versus the LA Dodgers.
Former Sooner. 3 pitches takes care of Lewis. But 4 runs for the Rangers in the 5th. Put them on top. They go to the bottom of the 5th, 5-1. Except for one thing, they had the letters a little out of sequence. Oh, there's a young lady there, too.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Put the letters up.
Now they got it.
There we go.
Okay, now we're cooking. Very nice. All that hard work paid off. Braves trail by 4 now as we go to the 5th inning, and again Jordan Schaefer will lead off. Colby Lewis's season high for strikeouts is 11, and it actually came in a losing cause. He went the distance on the road, an 8-inning complete game against Seattle and got beat 3-1. Walked 1, struck out 10 that night. And he's got some amazing runs of support numbers that I don't know that I've ever seen before. In his wins, he's 5-7. In his wins, he's getting an average of 8.69 runs per game, and already 5 tonight. In his 7 losses, in 6 of those, he got 1 or none.
Well, he's feeling the rhythm right now.
Jordan Schaefer 0 for 2 tonight. Shows bunt, takes a strike, 0-1.
His out pitch has been that slider, down and in. On lefties, low and away from righties.
And he strikes out Schaefer, and that's number 9. Twice he's gotten Jordan.
He's that same slider.
When he went to Japan and pitched for Hiroshima in 08 and 09, each of those 2 seasons he led the Japanese Central League in strikeouts. And combined in those 2 seasons, he went 26-17 before coming back to the Rangers last season.
Well, early in his career, he used to throw hard. He used to throw about 94, 95.
Did he?
Good fastball. And I guess he went to Japan and learned how to pitch. Right now, he has great command of all his pitches. And there's that breaking ball once again. At some point, the Braves hitters are going to have to move up in that batter's box and get that ball before it breaks.
Well, when I see Dan continue to swing at that pitch, I wonder if he's seeing it, Brian. I wonder if he's picking it up. 1-2 the count. Because the swing seems the same on every one of those breaking balls, whether it's down over the plate or out off the plate. It's kind of the same swing.
Right, and I just want to see him close that front shoulder. I mean, see how he just throws that front shoulder every swing. I don't care if it's outside, inside, he throws that shoulder out. If somebody can keep him down and in and drive that ball the other way, it's going to come a lot easier for Dan Uggla. I mean, he's hit that way all his career, though. If you look at video on him.
Chipper said he was hoping he suggested to him that he change his vision. And he said, you know, just see right center to left center. Because it seems like Dan's vision right now is like left center to the foul line and foul territory.
Right.
That's all the only part of the ballpark that he sees or feels he can hit to.
And all that comes from that front side, just opening wide open, drops the backside, and he's never going to hit that slider away, fastball away. And the league knows it now.
2-2 the count. Hard to third. Beltre took it off the chest and recovered. That's why he's a Gold Glover. It's hard to get one by him.
Even if he bobbles it, he has such a strong arm to get that ball over to first base. Did a good job blocking that ball. It's a nice, easy, strong throw to first base. Michael Young was pretty good over there at first base.
Jason Hayward 1 for 2 tonight. He doubled back in the first inning, struck out in the third. Tough play right down the line, swinging bunt. Oh, what a flip by Lewis. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Unbelievable play by a guy whose reputation is that he's a horrible fielding pitcher.
That's going to be a top highlight.
Goodness. And the Atlanta Braves here at Turner Field. Big crowd on hand as we go to the 6th inning of play. First full inning for Christian Martinez. And the top of the order for the Rangers, Kinsler, Andrews, and Hamilton.
We talked about this Texas offense being in the top 10 in a lot of offensive categories and being in first place in the West. And I told you before the game, they're not even clicking yet. You look at Kinsler coming in, only hitting .234. We talked about Josh Hamilton coming off the DL, really starting to hit stride now. And this team is about to take off. I really believe so.
1-1 from Martinez. Yeah, it's a formidable lineup.
Nelson Cruz, 221 coming into today, breaking out. 3 RBIs for Nelson Cruz.
Good pitch there for the strikeout. Second for Martinez. And that'll bring up Elvis Andrews, who's 0 for 2. He reached on an error, and he was part of that huge deal back in July of '07, Brian.
Man, a lot of talent given away for Mark Teixeira.
And all but Saltalamacchia still in the Rangers organization, with Andrews starting at short, Felice their closer, Matt Harrison's a starting pitcher tomorrow, and Bo Jones still in their system. He's had some great years already in their minor league system, moving up the ladder. A huge deal for Texas.
Braves have made a lot of good deals in the past, but still got to be scratching their head giving up that type of talent.
If they could have figured out a way to sign Teixeira and keep him here, it would have made it all worthwhile.
That's right.
Three and 1 to Andrews. Big chopper to Brooks. Throws on the run. Nice play. 2 down. Braves looking for the first 1-2-3 inning of the night.
Good strong throw on a run by Brooks Conrad.
And here's Hamilton, who's 3 for 3. An infield hit in the first, singled in the third, homered in the fifth. And I mean homered. About halfway to the chop house in right center. Just halfway up in the stands to the chop house. Sends this one in the air to center, but shallow center as Gonzalez will back up on the grass and make the catch. And there's the first 1-2-3 inning of the night for the Atlanta defense. Brian McCann will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning when we come back.
It's time for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. That was the Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Nice play by Randall Delgado to field that bunt and cut down a runner at third.
Even better play by Brooks Conrad catching that ball.
Yeah, a rocket. You just joined us. Delgado's major league debut, 4+ innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. 3 were earned. He walked 2, struck out 2, and issued a wild pitch. Gave up a home run to Josh Hamilton. Brian McCann homered his last time up. That briefly tied the game. It was his 10th of the year.
That was that same curveball he hit out. That's impressive. Colby Lewis not afraid to throw it. Just missing with the fastball on the outer half.
A ball and 2 strikes. And threw that one right by him upstairs. His 10th strikeout.
Right now, Colby Lewis is in a zone.
And we've only played 5 1/3 innings. Freddie Freeman has fanned twice.
Both Freeman and Gonzalez. 4 strikeouts between them.
Not this time. Say goodbye. Way out of here. Time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Blast, and no doubt about this one, Brian.
Well, we saw him strike out on that curveball early in the game. Not this time.
7th homer of the year for Freddie. He's got 26 RBIs, and it's a 5-2 game. 0-2 to Alex, who's fanned twice. Where this one landed. That was just shy of the walkway up there at the terrace level.
It reminds you of the one he hit down in Houston.
Yeah, it does. Maybe that'll get him going again. Snaps a 1 for 18. Alex lays off that off-speed pitch. 2-2. It's the 18th home run Lewis has allowed. The 19th, I beg your pardon, because McCann hit one earlier.
He has to be closing in on Brett Myers right now for the lead.
Two pitch. Stays alive. And again, with the Freddie Freeman home run, another $20,000 has been raised to support prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 1-800-798-CURE or go online to www.pcf.org.
Keep hitting them.
Yeah. Full count. Good at bat by Alex.
Let's see if he can lay off this hard slider away. 3-2 count. Kobe's gotten him twice with that slider running away.
He lays off. Ball 4.
Good at bat by Alex.
Just the second walk he's issued tonight. He has hit a batter. And Greg Maddox's brother Mike on his way to the mound. That 11 strikeout effort earlier this year against Seattle was a career high for Lewis. And speaking of Seattle, they want to be sister cities with Atlanta right now. They want to be our best friends because they're playing the Phillies. They'd like to do the Braves some good. That's right. In hopes that the Braves do them some good by knocking off Texas.
It's a half a game back.
And the Phillies have won 7 straight games. And they put 5.5 games, now 5 games, I beg your pardon, between themselves and the Braves. Roy Oswalt goes against Michael Pineda tonight. Pineda is 6-4 for Seattle. Eric Hinsky singled his last time up. Snapped an 0 for 16. Breaking ball is wide, 1-0. Two and 0.
Just found out Kobe Lewis is taking the lead. Brett Myers only allowed 18 home runs. Now he is leading the league, giving up 19 home runs on the year.
13 by left-handed hitters. And hey, Hinsky's left-handed. Let's see what happens. Oh, he had a big cut. Popped it up down the third base line. Long run for Beltre. Oh my gosh, what a play. In foul territory, on the dead run away from the infield, Adrian Beltre with a tremendous catch.
Are you kidding me? Adrian Beltre was playing left field by the time he finished his run and made the catch. I mean, he ran a long way over the shoulder. Great effort. Wow.
Man. Between that play and that flip that Lewis put on Hayward to end the 5th inning, 2 spectacular plays.
I thought this was a bad defensive team.
Yeah. Brooks Conrad has doubled. He's been hit by a pitch. Takes one low.
It's pitch 101 for Colby Lewis.
Down low again, 2-0. His season high is 115 pitches. But he's also thrown 113 a couple of times, 110 another time. Strike call, 2-1. Two out, runner at first. And a run in. 3-1.
Good eye by Brooks.
Diori Hernandez has a bat in the on-deck circle. If Brooks can reach, he would hit for Christian Martinez. Backdoor breaking ball for a strike, 3-2.
Colby Lewis is showing some good command of that breaking ball. Not afraid to throw it. 3-1.
Got to figure you'll throw it 3-2, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
He's willing to do that. Line into left center field. On the run, Hamilton. He gives way to Cruz. They run together, but Nelson Cruz makes the catch and hangs on. Not a bad collision. Hamilton was able to stop his momentum. And that was good for both guys, but the Braves get only the run on the home run by Freeman and close the gap to 5-2 as we go to the 7th. Braves got a couple of homers, Brian, but they're both solo shots.
Get some guys on base. Colby Lewis is pitching a gem. 2 mistakes, 2 home runs. Other than that, he's been perfect.
And the AT&T call to the bullpen brings a new pitcher in for the Braves, and it's Scott Proctor. Proctor came in last night in relief of Mike Minor and gave up that home run to Scott Hairston. He faces a guy who just made a brilliant play down the third baseline, Adrian Beltre, who's 1 for 3 tonight, and he scored a run.
And that's scary, Joe. Whenever you make a great play and you lead off an inning, good things normally happen.
Strike call, 2-1. Toward the hole, diving stop by Brooks to his feet. Nice play. And with one out, here's our Zaxby's indescribably good play, the one we were just talking about.
It's worth seeing again. That's a long run for a third baseman. Wow.
Great timing, knew where to go, took a good path to it.
You don't see many third bases making that play.
No. Don't see too many third basemen with that kind of speed.
And he's limping.
Michael Young's had a good night, 2 for 3. A double, a single, and 2 runs scored. It was funny watching him run from first with Beltre at second. And on the heels of Beltre on the 2-run double by Nelson Cruz back in the 5th inning.
Like Michael Young was yelling at him.
Yeah.
Get there.
Yeah, you better not look back. You better keep going. To second, Ugla. Has it. 2 down.
Just look at the effort by Michael Young here. Well, this is the play before that, just chasing Adrian Beltre down. You better go. That's funny. See, it looks like Adrian's limping.
It does. That was in the 4-run 5th.
But on that ground ball by Mikey Young, the second base, you saw his effort, just running hard all the time, giving 110%. He's been that way his whole career. How can you want to get rid of a guy like that?
It plays that way every day. Nelson Cruz has also had a good night. He has 2 doubles and 3 runs driven in tonight. To 37 RBIs after going through an 0 for 18. And he's down on strikes. And the Braves have now set down 9 in a row. Bullpen trying to hold them off. Time to get some bats going again. 7th with the 7th inning stretch going on here at Turner Field. And a reminder, fans, take your dad to see the Braves against these Rangers on Sunday, Father's Day. Meet former Braves Sid Bream, Gaylord Perry, and Johnny Estrada before the game. And then see the Montgomery Gentry post-game concert benefiting the Prostate Cancer Foundation after the game. For tickets, visit Braves.com. Pitcher spot due up. Diori Hernandez will pinch hit and lead off the 7th. Colby Lewis still out there.
Wow, Diori came up with a big hit last night. 2-out double.
Big double.
10th inning. Scored the winning run for the Braves.
And starts the inning taking low, ball 1. His average up to 292, double and a homer. That one's out of play.
It really looks like he's starting to get comfortable with his role.
I agree. More confidence. 5 for 14 as a pinch hitter. In the air to right field, Moreland is there. 1 out. And with Jordan Schaefer coming to the plate, here's our Georgia Lottery hitting the jackpot. And for Jordan, since June 7th, he has the most stolen bases in the majors.
Being very aggressive, and that's exactly what the Braves need, the front of this lineup.
He's 0 for 3 tonight after a 5-hit night last night.
Well, Joe, I can tell you this. I was calling the Gwinnett Braves game last night. Nate McLeod's first game, rehab. He was playing left field.
Was he?
Yes, he was. A little surprised.
But he got a couple of hits, right?
Yes, he did. He got an RBI single his first at bat, and he hit the ball pretty hard. Looks like he's close to coming back. Brandon Beachy, he looked outstanding.
Great
total
numbers.
control. 5 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Saw Brandon in the clubhouse tonight. I said, man, I saw the numbers. They look great. He said, well, I felt better than the numbers. Ball 4 to Jordan. Third walk for Lewis, and that'll bring Maddox out again and probably buy some time for their bullpen to heat up. Now Beachy's got to be getting close. I know they want to get him one more start.
Yeah, he was on a pitch count last night at 85. And got to about 80 after 5 innings. But he looked really good. I mean, total control of that fastball, good velocity, good curveball. Everything was working for him. He only gave up 1 run, and it was a home run to Leslie Anderson of the Durham Bulls. 1 mistake. That was it.
The activity in their bullpen is the veteran left-hander Arthur Rhodes. They're a little short-handed in their bullpen tonight after using a lot of guys in that series against the Yankees and using them for multiple innings. Michael Kirkman, another left-hander, really not available tonight after working a couple of innings yesterday and another inning the day before that. Mark Lowe also a long inning against the Yankees yesterday. And 1-0 to Ugla. 0 for 3 tonight. He's lined out, struck out, grounded out. Hit the ball hard twice tonight. He's off a slider. 2-0.
I almost think one adjustment Dan Ugla should make, and we've seen this open stance the whole year. He should go up there and put that front foot in front one time and just try it. I mean, you got to try something different. And I'm surprised he's not at that point yet.
Found that fastball back. 2-1. I know this. I've already been to about 47 stances.
Oh, man. You know, I grew up watching Cal Ripken, and Cal Ripken is one of those guys that had 100 different stances. It all depends on how your body felt. Just make constant adjustments. And that's kind of the way I played my career. A bunch of different stances.
2-1. High in the air to center, but not very deep. Hamilton makes the catch. And Schaefer back to first. And Jason Hayward, the batter, we'll see if they bring in Rhodes to pitch to him.
Jason's faced Arthur Rhodes twice in his career. 1 for 2, a double, 1 strikeout.
They lead the league in complete games with 5. And Colby Lewis has 2 of them. But that's going to end his night. Ron Washington out of the dugout, and he's going to go to the veteran Arthur Rhodes. With the Rangers enjoying a 3-run lead, and a lot of pats on the back out there for the veteran Lewis after a couple of horrible starts coming into tonight's game. So the Rangers make a pitching change. We'll talk about Arthur Rhodes when we come back. .41 old, and his ERA has shot up a little bit, Brian, because of some recent troubles he's had over his last 14 games.
The 18-year vet. He's been around for a long time. He has struggled lately. Opponents hit, look at that number, 292.
Yeah. This stage of the season last year for the Texas Rangers, they were in first place by 2 games, but they had a little bit better record. In fact, they've only got 1 less win this year, but they've suffered 6 more losses. They're not scoring as much. I think, like you, Brian, that's about to change.
Yes, it is.
But again, they've been in first place more days than any other team in baseball since May 1st of last year. So 2 out, runner at first, and Jason Hayward against the 41-year-old lefty. He drops in a slider. His last 14 games, Arthur Rhodes, 9 1/3 innings, 15 hits, and 7 earned runs. That includes 4 homers.
Wow, 872nd appearance for Arthur Rhodes. It's a lot of games.
And he gets ahead 0-2. Jason thought that was low.
Showed him off speed first, and then threw the fastball by him.
Wasted one well off the plate. 1-2 the count. With a left-handed pitcher, they're actually shading Jason a little bit toward left. Hamilton is over on the left field side of second. And there's a big gap there you see between he and Moreland. To third. Beltre. Uh-oh, he didn't have anybody to throw to. And they still get the out at first. Kinsler was playing way over in the hole to plug up the hole with a left-handed batter, and Beltre didn't have anyone to throw to, but Kinsler with a heads-up play made the relay to first in the inning.
Wow.
What a heads-up play by Kinsler. You see Kinsler over there playing way over in the hole, had no way to get to second base, but they still get the out.
Well, the one thing you can't do in this game is assume. And you see Jason kind of jogging, and all of a sudden he's trying to pick it up at the end. And it goes back to the beginning of the game when I talked about Mikey Young. Here it is, a veteran of many years running every ball out. And that's the attitude you have to have, especially being a young player. It's a learning experience, one that he should have learned in the minor leagues.
it doesn't take that much more effort to run hard 90 feet.
Right.
Jairo Asensio just called in and just called up. Faces Mitch Moreland. It's our AT&T call to the bullpen. Asensio's been outstanding at Gwinnett. 1-1 with a 1.57 ERA and 10 saves.
This kid throws hard, Joe. 94, 95 on that fastball. Pinpoint control.
It's his third time with the big league club, and he's only been in 4 games, and only once did he give up runs, and that was a bad outing in San Francisco.
And they didn't hit him hard.
No.
A couple bloop hits. Change speed on that pitch.
Moreland's 0 for 2 with a walk. Backhand play by Freeman. Asensio covers. Nicely done, 1 out.
Good job by Asensio, not hesitating. As soon as he saw that ball hit to the right side, he was taking off toward first base.
10 in a row set down by the Atlanta bullpen. Time for our Home Depot know-how question of the game. Comes from J.P. Kirkendall, who wants to know how many innings can a pitcher pitch and get credit for the save.
1 out.
Yeah, third of an inning.
And speaking of this bullpen for the Braves, they lead the league with opponents' batting average. Opponents only hitting .230 off the Braves. And that's getting the job done.
And they've been good since day one. Oh, and 2. If you come in to finish that question, the Home Depot question, if you come in a non-safe situation as a reliever and your team is up by more than 3 runs and you still pitch 3 innings or more, you can still get a save even though the lead never got down under 3 runs. But you only need to get 1 out to get a save. That one's off Torrealba's foot.
Seen a lot of foul balls off of the Texas hitters today.
Those sinkers. Oh, what a good breaking ball. And Torrealba knew it. First strikeout for Asensio.
Throws that good fastball. He throws that hard slider, too. It's just a really good pitch.
Arthur Rhodes is going to hit for himself because a couple of lefties are due up in the bottom of the inning for Atlanta. McCann and Freeman.
95-mile-an-hour fastball. I don't think Arthur wants to swing. Well, he's 1 for 5 in his career. Maybe he does want to swing.
Just waiting for something to swing at. Two and 1. Oh, what was that pitch?
Wow.
3 and 1.
Larry Vanover must know that this is a pitcher hitting. Man.
There you go. Full count. And you're right, Brian. Asensio sitting right around 93, 94 on every fastball.
This is so a smooth delivery.
12 in a row set down by the Braves bullpen. 2 strikeouts for Asensio. McCann, Freeman, and Gonzalez due up in the 8th. Braves down by 3. balls hit tonight.
B. McCann gets a curveball up in the zone, and see you later in that bullpen. Sweet swinging Josh Hamilton. He hits this ball about 3/4 of the way up. And how about Freddie Freeman getting that curveball once again, and he struck out twice on. He hits that ball a long way.
Number 10 for McCann, number 5 for Hamilton, and number 7 for Freeman. And McCann and Freeman, the first two batters here in the 8th against Arthur Rhodes. And Brian sends the first one fouling out of play.
B. McCann has faced Arthur Rhodes 9 times. He's 2 hits, hitting .222.
I think he saw him a lot when he was with the Reds. Sends that to center field. That ball got in on him just a little bit. And Hamilton right there. 1 out. And here is Freeman, his first at bat since the homer in the 6th. He's 1 for 3, as Brian Jordan said. He struck out his first 2 times up. His average at .268.
Freddie Freeman has come a long way since the beginning of the season, making some adjustments along the way. I watched this kid last year in Gwinnett get off to a slow start, but make adjustments, and as the season went on, his average went up, his home runs went up, and I'm seeing that same pattern here in Atlanta.
And he's hit lefties well. 3 of his 7 homers have come off left-handed pitching, and his splits, .269 average coming into play tonight against left-handers, and .266 against right-handers. Three and 1. Alex Gonzalez on deck. Way inside, ball 4.
Good at bat by Freddie Freeman, laying off that inside fastball.
The Rangers have had a side-arming right-hander loosening up, Yoshinori Tateyama. And we might see him right here. Yeah, that signal would give you the indication from Ron Washington. He wants the side armor. So he'll be brought on to pitch to Gonzalez. And as they make a pitching change, we'll take this time out. Be right back. 2.38 ERA for the Rangers. His first year in the major leagues after 11 years in Japanese baseball. He's a 35-year-old rookie. 5'10", 165 as you see his numbers for the year. No walks in 12 and third innings, 9 strikeouts.
35-year-old rookie.
Which in my book makes him ineligible for Rookie of the Year, although that has not been the case in the past with Japanese players who come over here.
Wow. Well, this could be a big hit for Gonzalez.
Fans get great seats and great deals for the Braves versus Blue Jays games next week with the Coca-Cola 2 for $30 Tuesdays and Toyota 2 for $30 Wednesdays. Save up to 46% off the regular ticket price. To order, call 1-800-745-3000 or buy online at braves.com/ticket specials. Alex Gonzalez takes a strike. 0 for 2 with a walk.
Now that's a nasty slider coming from down that low. Broke a long way outside.
Sweeper. Right-handers are only 5 for 26 against him. .72 miles an hour on that beauty.
Did not want to face this guy. I did not like sidearmers when I played. They owned me.
Freeman at first, 1 out. Alex able to lay off that one, 2-2. He had a good at bat last time up against Lewis after the home run by Freeman. He fell behind in the count and then worked the count to a walk. Eric Hinsky on deck, 1 out. Braves down by 3. Broken bat grounder to first. Young tags the bag and then throw to first. Tag on Freeman. Double play. A 3-6 double play. And that'll end the 8th inning.
inning. Kobe Lewis had everything working for him tonight. Not only pitching, but great defense. How about that? That'd be one of the top plays of the day.
No question. Only chance he had was that little scoop. And we go to the ninth. Braves down by 3. Braves bullpen has been outstanding tonight. Christian Martinez gave up a couple of hits to the first batters he faced and gave up a run, but since then Atlanta's pen has retired 12 in a row. Ian Kinsler 0 for 4 tonight. But he ropes that one to left field, base hit. And that ends the string. Ian Kinsler's one of those guys, Brian, that is looking to stay healthy for a change. He's had so many injuries through his career. Last year, a high ankle sprain, and another injury that I can't recall that had him on the disabled list 2 different times.
And he was one of those promising prospects coming up and moved Mike Young off of second base.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Ian and his wife. Just had a baby boy, Jack Jameson Kinsler.
Congratulations to them.
That's right.
Line to right field, base hit by Andrews, who goes to the opposite field, but Kinsler will throw out an anchor and stop at second. Back-to-back hits, first and second, nobody out for that man Hamilton, who's 3 for 4, 2 singles and a homer.
I know the Rangers are happy to get him back in the lineup. A lot of controversy on his injury. Kind of throwing his third base coach under the bus.
Yeah.
Had to be a learning experience for Josh. It's good to see him back healthy and having a third base coach back on good terms. But that is a no-no. Throwing a teammate, a coach under the bus.
Yeah, he's been playing long enough to, when he made that decision or listened to his coach and was thrown out, got hurt on the play at the plate, to leave it alone. His 4th hit of the night. Kinsler's going to be waved home as Jason Hayward bobbles it in right field. And another hit and RBI for Hamilton. He's got 3 RBIs on the night. And an insurance run for Texas at 6-2.
Jason Hayward trying to get to this ball pretty quick and just kind of came out of his glove. Got to take your time on those plays. Good base running by Ian Kinsler.
And on the play, Andrews goes first to third. Still nobody out for Beltre, who's 1 for 4 tonight. 12 hits for Texas. They've snapped out of it. And our Delta Airlines on deck hitter is Michael Young, who's 2 for 4 with a double. Gonzalez is going to come home. They've got Andrews hung up. McCann will toss to Conrad for the out, but a good job by Andrews allowing the base runners to all move up. Excellent job by Elvis Andrews, and runners are at second and third and 1 out.
Good heads-up play on Josh Hamilton, being aggressive and getting over to third base. But you're right, Andrews did a great job here, staying in that rundown long enough to move the runners up.
Put out goes 6-2-5. And Young will be the batter, and they'll walk him to pitch to Cruz and load him up.
Jason Hayward got an error on that ball.
Yeah, I'd have to watch that play again because they gave Hamilton a base hit and an RBI, but charged Jason an error that allowed Andrews to get around to third base. Looked like to me he was going nonstop.
Andrews is going to get to third base. You got to know the runner's speed. I mean, that's the correct play anyway. Andrews going to third.
Yeah.
Trying to get Jason to throw to third instead of home.
Here's a good look at that play again on the bat of Hamilton.
I mean, Jason's charging hard. Andrews not even thinking about stopping at second base on that play.
We can take a look at Andrews, at least when he was going to second.
Jason did everything correct. That ball just came out of his glove.
Now
look at Andrews here. He's not even hesitating.
No, he was going anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And the bobble didn't matter.
That's a tough error.
Yeah. Roger McDowell makes a visit out to Asensio, but now bases loaded, 1 out. Nelson Cruz 2 doubles tonight. He's driven in 3. Popped it up, but out of play behind home plate.
Nelson Cruz, a dangerous hitter here. His power numbers, 15 home runs on the season.
62 strikeouts with his 2 strikeouts tonight. That's out of play, 0-2. 62 strikeouts in right at 200 at bats. Lays off a hard slider.
More times than not, you're not going to blow a fastball by Nelson Cruz.
No. It's all he's looking for. The hole at bat. That's off the glove of McCann, but not far enough for the runners to move up. After the game last night, the Mets went home and are taking on the Angels at Citi Field. The Angels lead New York 4-3 going to the bottom of the 9th.
Florida Marlins continue to struggle. Down 5-1 to Tampa going into the 9th.
Struck him out. McCann holds on to a foul tip. Third time Cruz is struck out. A big out there for Asensio. His third. Ronnie Washington out to talk to Larry Vanover. Did he think that pitch hit the dirt? It did not.
And it landed right in Brian McCann's glove.
Washington says his piece, heads back to the dugout. And Mitch Moreland, the batter, 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Oh, 1 to him.
Good sinking fastball.
Another one. 0-2.
Asensio doing a good job keeping the ball down in the zone. And Moreland.
See what he does here ahead 0-2. Doesn't want to make a mistake in this count. And he gets him to tap it to first. Should be an easy play for Freeman. It is, and the inning is over. Limits the damage to 1 run. 3 hits, an error, left them loaded. Bottom of the ninth, bottom third of the order for Atlanta. They trail by 4. Only 5 hits. The 2 runs have come by way of solo homers from McCann and Freeman. And they'll have their work cut out for them here in the ninth as they face another Braves farmhand, former Braves farmhand, Natali Felice, their closer, who's 13 out of 16 in saves. And it's not a save situation, but when you've lost 5 in a row and 8 out of 10 like the Rangers, you want to put that to an end right here.
You don't want to take any chances. And how good was this kid last year? Unbelievable.
And acted like a seasoned veteran. Off to a bit of a rocky start at the beginning of the year, but he has settled in. He actually has walked more guys than he has struck out, but only a .207 average against him. And the Braves will send up Hinske, Conrad, and then the pitcher spot. Remember, Chipper is over on the bench. Don't know if he is physically able to pinch hit at this point. We might soon find out as Hinske goes after the first pitch. Beltre runs out of room. Felice last year 4-3, a .273 ERA in 70 games, and he had 40 saves for the Rangers.
And the most saves by any rookie in the majors at 40.
0-2. That pitch 97. Picked up another save in the World Series and made the All-Star team, even though he did not pitch last year for the American League. Another foul ball left side and out of play. Some changes for the Rangers. Mitch Moreland moves into play first base. David Murphy comes into play left field. And Nelson Cruz will go to right.
You look at some of the closers in Texas as far as saves in the season. Francisco Cordero. You see Hinske go down on strikes. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Francisco Cordero, 49. John Wetland, 43. John Wetland, 42. And Tom Hinkie, my former teammate with the Cardinals, with 40. Pretty good closers down in Texas.
I'm not sure that any of them are going to be as good as this guy's going to prove to be as he gets older. He's just 22, 6'3", 215 out of the Dominican Republic. Brooks hacks at a 97 fastball. He's 1 for 2 with a double. He also reached after he was hit by a pitch. That's Joe Mather. So that question's answered about whether or not Chipper's available, especially in a 4-run deficit.
Goes from a 97-mile-an-hour fastball to an 80-mile-an-hour curveball.
In the air to center. 98 fastball skied to center for the second out. Braves bench right now a little thin, Brian. I mean, the Braves sent down Brandon Hicks when they called Asensio up. So that left them a man short on the bench, and then you got Chipper, who may or may not be available.
It's likely he may not be available. I'm not going to take any chances on that adductor.
Joe Mather, the batter.
Still got David Ross over there.
Braves down to their last out. 0-1. Braves have made an uncharacteristic 3 errors tonight.
It must have been the 87-mile-an-hour slider.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a 3/4 delivery too. That was tough. There's the gas, 1-2.
That's the only pitch you could be looking for. A guy throws that hard, you got to sit on that fastball, and that's it.
If he puts it there on a consistent basis, nobody's going to be hitting it much. Mather had a good hack at that one at 98. But 97 at the knees on the outside corner generally will get you some outs.
Oh, yeah.
Derek Lowe against Matt Harrison tomorrow at 4 o'clock. One and two the count. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, got him. Took a little off. Back to the 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball, and the Rangers win game 1 of this 3-game interleague series here at Turner Field. 6-2 your final. Brian and I will be back to wrap it up right after this.